Shalom, and welcome to Covenant Conversations, where we dive deep into biblical debates using the correct Hebrew lens. I'm your host, Rabbanit JP, and today we're tackling a hot topic, the commonly called New Covenant in Jeremiah 31. Is it a renewal in quality, fresh and continuous with the old, or a brand new replacement that makes the Torah obsolete? Joining me is a theologian specializing in New Testament studies. Thanks for being here.
Shalom. Thanks for inviting me on the show.
Let's start with the basics. Jeremiah 31:31-33 promises a new covenant, not like the one at Sinai. You argue this means a brand new covenant in kind, replacing the old. Walk us through that.
Absolutely. The Hebrew word hadashah translates to new, and the context emphasizes contrast. Not like the covenant I made with their fathers, verse 32. The old was broken due to human failure, so God introduces something entirely new, focused on forgiveness and internal change, not external laws. In Hebrews 8:13, it's explicit. In speaking of a new covenant, he makes the first one obsolete. This aligns with replacement theology. The Mosaic covenant, with its rituals and commands, is fulfilled and set aside in Christ, freeing believers from Torah observance as a requirement.
The Hebrew word hadashah can actually translate to renewed or fresh, as in not received for the first time, but rather new in quality. That's a common misconception that it means new as in time. But let's examine this further. I agree it is a human error, but as, for example, like a new moon, same moon, refreshed cycle. Psalm 51:10 uses hadash for renewing a spirit. Doesn't this suggest continuity, with the same Torah internalized on hearts? Verse 33.
I respect that linguistic angle, but context decides. The not like clause points to a radical shift, from law to grace. Yeshua says he fulfills the law, Matthew 5:17. But Paul calls the old ministry one of death, 2 Corinthians 3:7, replaced by the Spirit.
Gotcha.
If it's just renewed, why the obsolescence language in Hebrews?
This is why it's important to learn biblical languages. The Greek does not say obsolete in the context of the new covenant, aligning with the terms new, noun, and kenos in Greek, hadash in Hebrew, carry distinct meanings, time, age, versus quality, freshness, and challenges the idea that the new covenant replaces the old. As for the problem where Christianity presents law as if it's in competition with grace, this can't be. They work together, not against each other. I call it the Hebrew lens. Regarding Matthew, looking through the Hebrew fulfilled is actually a Hebraic idiom to mean realize by doing. In fact, the Mishnaic teachings, which were so integrated during the time of Yeshua, states this very idiomatic phrasing. Mishnah, Sukkah 2:7. Horu lebatel miktzat ulekayem miktzat. Horu. There is a discussion in Jewish law on how to observe Sukkot. It's about whether or not the full body needs to enter the Sukkah. They concluded if one has not been accustomed to this, they have not fulfilled it, which comes from the verb lekayem, which means to realize. However, in this context, this means to obey.
Interesting analogy, but it could support replacement. Old skins need entirely new ones. In 1 Corinthians 11:25, the new covenant in his blood inaugurates something unprecedented. Grace through faith, not works of the law. Ephesians 2:8-9. Torah was a tutor leading to Christ. Galatians 3:24.
The tutor came after the Torah. 1 John 3:4. Everyone practicing sin also practices lawlessness, because indeed, sin is lawlessness. Consider the renewal sequence. Sinai's first tablets, renewed only after the golden calf, man's doing. The tablets at first were between Elohim and man. Post-first tablets, we see it with partnership for the second, as Proverbs speaks of and reiterated in Jeremiah 31. Exodus 34 was Moab's reaffirmation, Deuteronomy 29-30. Same commands, fresh application. Jeremiah is the third covenant, not first. Same Torah, but on hearts. Just like the same covenant, same God, even after the tablets broke. Like Romans 11, Gentiles are grafted into Israel's olive tree, under the same covenant. Yeshua commands Torah in Matthew 23:23 and upholds every Yod and Kamatz in Matthew 5:18.
Those sequences are intriguing, but Deuteronomy adds curses and expansions. It's evolving. If renewed, why no ongoing temple sacrifices for Christians? Acts 15 frees Gentiles from full Torah.
I respectfully disagree. Acts 15 affirms Torah. All the instructions given there are Torah repeats. James affirms Torah for Jews, Acts 21:20-24. The Torah doesn't change, the administration and application renewed. Yeshua is now our high priest. Like the broken tablets, Elohim's eternal commands, Psalm 119:160. Continue.
I see the appeal for continuity, especially in messianic views. But emphasizing Torah risks legalism, what some call Torahism, a captivity to old ways. The new covenant liberates.
That's a Solberg issue. He made that term up. Respectfully, framing Torah as captivity dishonors Yeshua's observance. Luke 24:44. It's a blessing. Deuteronomy 30:11-14. Written on hearts is pure joy, not burden.
Great discussion, Rabbanit JP. Thanks for the respectful dialogue.
Indeed. Well, we've covered a lot. Linguistics, sequences, scriptures. Listeners, what do you think about the covenant? Renewed or brand newed? Comment below. Shalom and blessings. Well, we've covered a lot. Linguistics, sequences, scriptures. Listeners, what do you think about the covenant? Renewed or brand newed? Comment below. Shalom and blessings.
We've got defending the traditional view that Yeshua fulfilled and ended its binding requirements, arguing the Torah remains the royal law for believers. Let's dive in.
His name is Yeshua. He is our salvation. I cannot describe to you this revelation.